Picture this. You've just wrapped up an epic workshop. The chat was buzzing and you feel like you nailed it. But then the doubt creeps in. Was it really a success? Did people get value or were they just being polite? You know that feeling, right? It's that lingering question in the back of your mind, and it happens to even the best of us. But what if I told you there's a way to know for sure if your workshops are truly hitting the mark? You don't have to guess anymore. Spoiler alert, it's all about measuring the right metrics. If you've ever wondered how to track your workshop's performance beyond the good vibes in the chat, you're in for a treat. Today, I'm sharing the 5 game-changing metrics that every Circle creator needs to track to know if your events are truly making an impact. So, if you're ready to turn your workshops into well-oiled success machines where every decision is backed by solid data, stick around because this episode is going to break it all down. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Community Lab, where passion intertwines with purpose and profit. We're not merely weaving tales of hobbies becoming side gigs here. We're about crafting endeavors that deeply resonate and reward. Whether you're creating courses, guiding lives, or kickstarting a podcast journey, let's elevate together from being zealous dreamers to standout community leaders. Explore the balance between passion and profitability as we unwrap the tools and tactics we use to create, maintain, and grow our own profitable community. So, what's our pledge to you? To guide you from mere daydreaming to creating a vision that's both successful and meaningful, fostering authentic ties and a close-knit community. If you're fueled by passion, eyeing a new prosperous path, and curious about making community a pillar of your success, the Community Lab awaits. Join us and let's turn those visions into profitable ventures. Hey, welcome back to the Community Lab podcast, where I mix passion, purpose, and a little bit of playfulness to help you turn your community into a thriving powerhouse. I'm your host, Rachel Starr. And if you're looking to grow, engage, and supercharge your Circle community with killer workshops, you're definitely in the right place. And today, we're diving into something that might not sound super glamorous on the surface, but is absolutely crucial for long-term success. Measuring workshop success, that is. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rachel, I just want to host awesome workshops. Do I really have to get all technical and measure stuff? And trust me, I get it. There's something about diving into the numbers that can feel, well, a little less than exciting than creating the content itself. But here's the thing. If you're not measuring, you don't really know if all your hard work is paying off. And here's the best part. Once you start tracking the right metrics, you'll not only feel more confident, but you'll also know exactly what's working and where you need to make those tiny tweaks to take your workshops to the next level. It's one of the most rewarding parts of hosting because once those results start coming in, you'll see the impact in real time. So grab your favorite caffeinated drink, whether it's coffee, a little Nespresso, pumpkin spice ditty this morning, tea, or even a matcha latte if you were my daughter. And let's break it all down without killing the fun. I promise you'll walk away feeling like a workshop success pro. Let's dive in. Okay, let's kick things off by talking about why measuring success matters. Whether it's a monthly mastermind, a weekly Q&A, or a one-off seasonal workshop, you need to know if your Circle events are actually making an impact. It's not just about showing up. It's about making sure your efforts are moving the needle. And more importantly, keeping your community members engaged, excited, and coming back for more. Here's the deal. Community building, especially on a platform like Circle, is all about fostering connections and adding value. But without the right feedback loop, it's hard to gauge if your workshops are resonating or just floating in the void? I've got 5 metrics that will help you figure out exactly what's working, what's not, and how to improve so that each workshop builds on the last. Ready to dive into the numbers? I promise it's not scary. I don't even like scary movies. So, first things first, attendance. I know it's the most obvious one, but don't sleep on it. Tracking your attendance rates is one of the easiest ways to see if people are genuinely excited about what you're offering. And while excitement can come through in chat comments or emoji reactions, numbers don't lie. Here's how you calculate it: take the number of people who actually attended your workshop and divide it by the total number of people who signed up. Boom, you've got your attendance rate. For example, if 50 people signed up, but only 25 attended, that's a 50% attendance rate. And while 50% isn't terrible, there's always room for improvement, right, friends? Now, according to Circle's community benchmark report, platinum creators, aka the ones absolutely crushing it, are twice as likely to have an attendance rate higher than 50%. Why is that? Because they're throwing events their members actually want to attend. And this is key. They send reminder messages at the right times. Don't underestimate the power of a well timed nudge. I'm talking about email reminders, DMs, community announcements, you name it. And the best part is you can schedule these ahead of time. So there's no need to stress on the day of your event. Trust me, a gentle reminder sent at just the right moment can take your attendance rate from meh to magnificent. It's all about keeping your workshop top of mind for your members. So they're showing up. Awesome. But here's the real question: are they engaged? Attendance is great, but it doesn't tell the whole story. You know, you want to know, are people paying attention, participating, really soaking in the knowledge you're dropping? That's where engagement comes in. You can measure engagement in a few different ways. First, look at the number of questions being asked. If you're doing a live Q&A, how many questions are coming through? Are people jumping in the chat, sharing their thoughts, or interacting with polls? This is a great sign that your content is hitting home. Another way to gauge engagement is to track how many people participate in interactive elements, whether it's breakout rooms, live polls, or hands on activities. I always say the more active your attendees, the better your engagement. And here's a little pro tip: keep an eye on quality of interaction, not just quantity. Are attendees asking thoughtful questions or just dropping emojis to fill space? Meaningful engagement is the goal here. All right, now let's talk conversions. This is where things get exciting because it's all about action. Did people actually do what you wanted them to do after the workshop? Whether it's signing up for a course, buying a product, or joining your VIP community, this is where you see if your content inspired them to take that next step. To track your conversion rate, just take the number of people who completed your call to action and divide it by the total number of attendees. If you had 30 people attend and 10 of them signed up for your next course, that's a 33% conversion rate. And let me tell you, a 33% conversion rate is pretty solid. Conversion is such a key indicator of how effective and actionable your workshop content is. If your conversion rates are lower than you'd like, you might want to tweak your CTA or make the next steps even clearer. The easier you make it for people to take action, the more likely they are to follow through. Now, just because the workshop ends doesn't mean your engagement should stop. Post workshop engagement is crucial for building long term relationships with your community. You want to keep that energy going, right? Because the workshop is just the beginning. It's what happens after that really matters. Here's how you measure it: track how many attendees engage with your follow up materials, whether it's recordings, slides, or related discussion threads. Did they keep the conversation going in your community forum? Are they tagging you on social media, sharing their takeaways or wins from the workshop? You can measure this through circles, analytics, or just keep an eye on mentions and tags on social media. And pro tip, send a follow up email within 24 to 48 hours after your workshop with a recording, any additional resources, and a clear call to action for continued engagement. This keeps your workshop fresh in their minds and gives them a clear path to stay connected. Last, but definitely not least, feedback. You don't want to guess how well your workshop went. You want to hear it directly from your attendees. And trust me, people are more than happy to tell you exactly what they thought. Send out a post workshop survey or use a circle poll to get the lowdown. Ask things like, what did they love? What could be improved? Did they feel they got the value they expected? And the big one, would they attend another workshop? The answers to these questions are pure gold for tweaking and refining your future workshops. And don't be afraid of constructive feedback. It's one of the most powerful tools for improvement. A little tough love can go a long way in helping you create workshops that truly resonate with your community. Okay, friends, let's hit a quick recap of what we've covered today. We've got attendance rates, who's showing up and how consistently. Number two, engagement, how involved are attendees during the workshop? Number three, conversion rate, are they taking the next steps, like signing up for your next offer? Number four, post workshop engagement, are they staying connected and engaged with your follow up content? Number five, feedback. What's the honest tea on your workshop? Straight from the attendees. Once you're tracking these five metrics, you'll not only know if your workshops are successful, but you'll also have a clear path for improvement. And we all know better workshops mean stronger communities, more engaged members, and long term success. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. I know it's short and sweet. We're still in the middle of our 14-day challenge. Don't remember, you can head over there. You can still pop in. I think at this point, by the time this episode comes out, I think we're on day like 12 or 13. So you'll be able to consume all kinds of wonderful nuggets in there. And that 14-day challenge will live forever over in the community. So pop over when you have time and dive into all that great content. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juicy insights we drop here at the Community Lab. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Keep building, keep measuring, and keep thriving. Catch you next time, friends. Bye.